Alright, hello and welcome back to Professor Layton in the Diabolical Box. Last time, what did we even do? Oh, we were outside the mine, right? There's a hidden puzzle I gotta find that I was like, oh, I don't remember where, the puzzle's hidden after all that, after how long it'll take me to get to the next episode. So there was that stick, okay, and I found it. Just that easy. Professor, I think I stumbled upon a hidden puzzle here. Alright, I found it. Past me. 66. The locked box. 30. Oh. The box shown below is fitted with a lock consisting of two dials. You can't turn the blue dial, but when you turn the red dial, the blue dial moves an equal amount. See the relationship between the two dials. Let's go in the other direction. You turn the red dial from its original position shown below. In order to open the lock, you must turn the blue dial to 3, 6, 4, and finally 1 in that order. Since you can't turn the dial directly, what numbers must you turn the dial in order... What numbers must you turn the red dial to in order to produce the desired numbers on the blue dial? My brain is bad, so... Because I'm thinking about, like, what the answer is. So, it's obviously turning, like... Here it moved 3 that way, and the dial moved 3 that way, right? So from 0 to 5, it's going to be like 5 minus x. And then if it's past that, you got to add 8 because there's going to be a full rotation, so it'll be 13 minus x. Actually, I think it'll be easy to write it. 5 minus x, and then 6 goes to 8, and 7... goes to 7, and of course, I guess it's 0, not... No, wait, 0, 5... It's 5 minus x, and then 6 and 7 swap. So 3, 6, 4, 1, 6 and 7 swaps. This is 7, 5 minus 3 is 2, 5 minus 4 is 1, 5 minus 1 is 4. That should be right, right? I'm just going to put it in. That should be right. 2, 7, 1, 4.
This should do the trick.
Yeah, perfect. Easy.
A true
I just got to slow down and like read properly. It's the only thing. That was tough, says you. Red dial has produced. The red dial has to be turned to 2, 7, 4, 1, and finally 4 to produce the numbers needed on the blue dial. Turns out these two dials actually rotate in opposite directions. One great way to solve this problem is to create a chart with each dial's corresponding numbers like the one shown above. No, that one was no picnic. You can't just say that a puzzle was hard and make it hard that way. Anyways, let's go into the mine. Let's see what we got. Oh boy, it's a bunch of mine.
Over here!
Shut up! It's a bunch of mine stuff. Got some mine carts. Oh, big scary boiler is probably gonna blow up. What does this meter measure? Probably pressure of some kind. And there's a Minecraft joke to be made here probably, but I'm not gonna try to work that out. I wonder what substance this pipe carried. Well, I guess if we're gonna go through, it's gonna be a puzzle lock. This door isn't gonna open, Professor. Yes, it would seem we need to solve this puzzle first. Sure, today's gonna be a puzzle day. 79 gear switch, 20 pick rats. Well, I mean, there's only 2 answers, so it won't take us very long regardless. But the button that opens the door in front of you is very deep within this machine, so you can't push it directly. However, by pulling the knob at the top to the left or right, you can move the various gears and plates in the machine, allowing you to press the button at the bottom. In order to hit the open button, should you pull the knob towards A or B? Because we want it to rotate this way, right? Which would move this way. Yeah, this is one thing where the notes comes in handy. Make sure I didn't mess anything up. So push it this way, turns this one this way. Yeah, that should be right.
This should do the trick.
If not, I will... Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. One problem with these is sometimes, like, if a puzzle only has a finite number of possible answers, it's easy to brute force if need be. Nicely done. Moving the knob towards B will spin the gears in a way that causes the bottom lever to hit the open button. Since there are only 2 possible answers for this puzzle, you could have just guessed. But we're sure you thought out the problem before answering, right? I wonder what the hints are like for that puzzle, because it's like... That's a cool Foley. Because it's got to be like, just pick one, and if it's wrong, pick the other one. Excellent, the door is open now. Let's proceed on. Like, what hints could you even give for that? Is that a garbage can? It's a hint coin. This pickaxe is covered in dust. It's easy to lose your footing in this gloom. And I'm guessing this is going to be a puzzle of some kind? Or a map? Look, there's something on the wall here. That is most certainly a puzzle. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Imagine going into a mineshaft and there's just 78 stores, 25 pickaxes. There's just like puzzles everywhere. That's an easy joke to make. I guess you could say that about like everything in this series, but still. All the doors in this maze below only open in one direction. Each door can be opened by pushing from the direction shown below. But if one approaches from the opposite direction, no amount of pulling or pushing will open it. You can't pull them open from... If you try to go through the whole maze from the start and pass through every room, you'd never make it to the exit. However, this feat would be possible if one of the doors could open in the opposite direction. Can you find and circle this door? So... You can't go... Let's draw this as a diagram here. Dog barking in the background too, don't worry about that. So I mean, as is, you can't even make it to the exit, because like, you have to go to the right and then you're stuck, right? It'd be easy enough if this door, if this, you just had like this instead, then you could just, do something like this, right? Like, it doesn't say you have to go through every, I mean, you can't go through every room exactly once, right? Because 3 different rooms have 3 different paths. Well, I mean, you kind of could, actually. Hang on. Oh yeah, no, you need it to be one of these 3, right? Because they only open down, so... I'll try that one. We'll see what happens.
Just leave it to me. That was almost too easy.
You did it. You have to pass through every room on the way to the exit to solve the puzzle. No one ever said you can't pass through the same room twice. Okay, so that was supposed to be a gotcha that I just, like, ignored. I finally solved it. So what's odd, Professor? Why would someone go to the trouble of placing a puzzle down here, not a professor down here? We placed the professor down here. Perhaps the miners made puzzles to pass the time between shifts as they worked in the mine. That is a hypothesis. Also, I did not read my journal, so let's do that. Into the mine. Apparently some miners used to keep personal journals down in the town gold mine. If I can find a first-hand account of the town's past, I may be able to understand the illusion box more fully. But how to get one of those journals? I suppose Luke and I will have to visit that mine ourselves. I don't know why they would leave their diary, like, in the mine, but, I mean, I guess. And how's Anton doing? Ever since she left, Father and I have been at each other's throats day and night. The mysterious disease plaguing our town continues to drive people to flee their homes for a safer life elsewhere. A If only she had stayed with me, I feel I could have weathered the storm. I still ask myself why she left this town. If she truly loved me, then why did she leave? It's really... I don't know how pathologic it is. That's always the comparison I want to make, probably because it's still fresh in my mind, you know, but... Pipe. I do hope this isn't part of the lift. I'm about to play Half-Life. Look at this switch before. I'm not going to complete that thought. It's, you know where I was getting at. I don't think there's anything else, so puzzle to the left. You need to get this lift running again if you want to head further into the mine. But how to do that? Aha, I see some severed wires over here. I bet they're the reason the lift isn't moving. Given that the lanterns are still on, I mean, those are probably separate. I was gonna say, hopefully the mains power isn't on, or... Let's see. Yes, go ahead and reconnect them, Luke. That should fix our problem. Go ahead and grab these live wires in this mine we've never been to before. Child, I'm sure that'll work. 80 elevator switch, 40 pick rats. Oh ho ho, it's one of these, so get ready for some speed up. The circuit board for the elevator contains a puzzle. According to the instructions, you need to switch. You need to make the red and blue balls switch places in order to restore power to the elevator. Are you up for the task? Okay, I mean, all things considered, that wasn't too hard.
Just leave it to me.
It's a little tedious with how you get to move everything. I probably don't even know how to move everything
Maybe
efficiently.
Francis strikes again.
But, there you go. Good job. So how many moves did it take you to complete the task? If you're really good, you should be able to solve the puzzle in as few as 12 moves. Oh, listen, do you hear that? It sounds like the elevator's up and running again. Oh, another sound effect. Oh, the lift was making some noise. I think it's fixed. Excellent. I suppose our next move should be to head down then. Also, you should become an electrician, Luke, if you can just, like, do that. Like, fixing the wiring itself isn't probably that hard, but, like, doing it just as is. Also, this is going to be a puzzle, probably an ostensibly tricky one. What do you think, Luke? Could this safe hold some of the journals that Gringo mentioned? Well, we won't know until we open it, but how do we open it? The lock is rather complicated. Let me see if I can decipher the code. Didn't know you know how to crack safes, Layton. 81 the old safe, 50 pick rats. Oh, okay, it's this. It's Mastermind or Bird Breaker or Bulls and Cows or Wordle if you're a young buck, as I apparently am. I don't know why I said it like that, that's a weird thing, but find the 4-number code that opens the safe. You can use the numbers 0 through 5 in your answer, but each number can only be used once. The small knights next to each row of numbers have the key to finding the code, as they tell you how much in common that row has with the final code. Each white light indicates a number that matches one in the code but is in a different place in the sequence, and the orange light indicates a number that is in the code in its correct spot. Tap the numbers at the bottom to enter the code. So, 4150, it's 4150 with 2 of the numbers switched, right? So, like, and then 3054, this one is a dud, and then there's one number in the wrong spot. This one's out, this one's a red. If 0 is in the wrong spot, then that would make 4 in the right spot. So it would be 0514. Zero, 5. Okay, now hang on. There's an easier way to do this. This one was 0, 1, 2, 3. 2 and 3 don't match. So it clearly has to be 0, 1. Which means 5 and 4 are the wrong spots. So 4 would have to be here and 5 would have to be here. I like that animation too, as you turn the dials. So to double check, that's wrong. That is not correct. So 1 is in the right spot here. It's 5, 4. Yeah, okay. So 4, 1, 5, 0. It's the 1, 5 that matches. 4 and 0 are swapped. In 3, 0, 5, 4. 5, 4 is in the right spot. 0 is swapped and 3 is right out. 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1 matches. 2 and 3 are right out. 3, 5, 1, 4. 4 is in the right spot, 5 and 1 are swapped, and 3 is right out. It should be O, so it's 0, 1, 5, 4.
And now to test my theory.
Alright, perfect.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Sure thing. That's right, the code is 0, 1, 5, 4. Some people solve this by entering numbers haphazardly until they stumble upon the solution. Those people we call dumb. That's a mean thing to say. But it's much more fun to think your way to the answer. But why do they just call out hope you're not one of those idiots that doesn't think it through? I mean, it's a puzzle game, but that's the whole thing. They should expect that from their audience. I'm overthinking this way too much for a dumb joke. That did the trick. Have a look at this, Professor. I guess we don't get to go in, they just tell us what was inside. Ah, this looks like a worker's journal. This is just the thing we've been looking for, Luke. Perhaps it can shed some light on what transpired here. Let's see what it says. Why did they store it in a big pentagonal safe? We dug up some funny mineral that I've never seen before here in the Duke's gold deposit. He's sure the ore can be refined into some other kind of precious metal. Personally, I feel like there's something sinister about this stuff. Not that the Duke cares one bit. No, he'll have his way and we'll keep digging. I'll bet my life on that. Some other kind of precious metal? But I thought this was a gold mine. Ever since we unearthed that awful ore, folks have been dropping like flies from some unknown illness. So many people in town are sick that half our workforce here has stopped coming in. What in the world is going on here? Gosh, that's just terrible. So many people must have been sick. Okay, it's enough commentary from you, Luke. You're not really adding much. Luke would be good as a reaction streamer here. But anyways, full sentences run as a gleaming beacon of prosperity is at an end. This town is cursed and ruined. I suspect we're just days away from shutting down this awful mine for good. I leave this diary behind so that anyone who tries to reopen the mine thinks twice. How odd, but even this last entry is from just about 50 years ago. That can't be right. The mine was up and running until recently. Yes, sir, so we've been told, but this has me thinking. Both this diary and Gringo suggest a connection between the Elysian box and the events in the mine. From what I can tell, all this traces back to a single man, the Duke himself. Even if he himself is long gone, his castle may yet contain the answers to all of our questions. So, does that mean we have to go visit that spooky castle for ourselves? Ha ha ha, do you mean to tell me you're scared of the place? No, of course not. A million vampires couldn't scare me. If there truly is a vampire living in that castle, I'd very much like to make his acquaintance. What do you mean by that, Layton? That's a very odd thing to say. Don't say things like that, Professor. If we met one, I'm sure you'd us up on the spot. The Professor and Luke decided to venture out to Herzen Castle. Any other little bonuses for that? No? Anyways. That is session length. I guess we'll go to the Herzen Castle tomorrow. I have a very strong memory of a fencing cutscene that really hyped me up when I was a kid. I don't know how long it's going to be till we get to that, but that's kind of what I'm going to be anticipating in my mind the entire time we're in Herzen Castle, just to get a glimpse into my psyche of what's going to be happening up ahead. So look forward to that. For now, though, we will call it here. And as always, thank you for watching.